What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on S1R17 for round number 17. We're in Azerbaijan. Another street circuit. I don't know how many we've got left. Azerbaijan, Singapore next video. I think Las Vegas is the last one. 3 more to go in terms of street circuits. But we've got an engineering facility event. So it's celebrity visit. 3 days and the chassis morale will go down by 5. If we decline it, I mean, nothing's going to happen, but I am going to accept it just because, I mean, it's good, but then I was looking at chassis, where is something I can increase morale on to, like, counter it out a little bit. So I was looking, so I was just doing a lot of stuff on chassis in this, so if the morale can go back up, that'll be alright, but then we can't put anything in. So it is what it is. I think engineering needs a bit of an overhaul on terms of the stuff what you can do and can't do, because just doing some of the stuff in the on the 4 things is not really a lot, and is a lot of stuff that are just the same. There needs to be I think a little bit more maybe in terms of like tactical stuff, like reduced R&D for the whole 4. But we're going to get that owner's train that we talked about last video all in, and the activity timeline looks, I mean, pretty good. So we're going to get that one done. Pretty good. And there we go. The increased morale, it was on the owner part. Yeah, another disappointing weekend last video in Monza. We're doing really well, P9, before the first sector even ended, really. And then pit lane, 3 miles per hour before the pit lane limiter. And we got a 10-second time penalty. And then I think we only got like 1 warning. And then we got a straight 3 seconds because I kind of cut the corner. But there was a black and yellow curb there, which if I would have gone over, I would have gone over sky high. So I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I'm not going to argue either. But we have a contract acceptance of Ollie Behrman. So 1 driver for next season confirmed. Oliver Behrman is our next, I think, number 1 driver, we should say. Maybe number 1 driver. But Ollie Behrman confirmed for next season. He's signed on the dotted line. He's all done. I didn't know what that meant, but I checked. He's all signed, and obviously Fernando Alonso isn't there to be there next season. I think you can tell who my second driver is going to be, but Fernando Alonso is someone I'm looking for next season, and I want to see how quick he can progress. And to be fair, he can progress very well. I was looking at Franco Colapinto to stay for next season just because he's progressing really, really well. And I was happy with Fernando Alonso's progression, so I was going to look for him for next season. But Franco Colapinto, unfortunately, I probably won't be able to get you unless Gabriel Bortoleto says no. But he came to us to look for a seat. So I think whatever I throw his way, he's going to accept. Either a high contract. We didn't really offer the too high. It's a 6 million contract for the season, roughly each. So it's not that much money. So realistically, they should accept it. And Gabriel Bortoleto does. So that's our second driver for next season confirmed. Mark Webber, unfortunately. Mark Webber was here for morale, which we're going to try. We're absolutely going to try now and get one for Mark Webber. A podium, I should say, for Mark. We're going to get that one on the done. He might return. He might return later on in the year, in terms of the real life year. He might return in a possible future season. He might actually approach us, because as don't forget, icons can be in the pipeline. Of course, we've got the end game talks with Franco Colapinto. Of course, it doesn't matter now, of course, as they will be going away. Of course, they could actually be looking at other teams. Same for Mark Webber. I mean, Mark Webber could be looking at other teams while we're doing the season. They could be looking at Red Bull. I mean, Mark Webber return to Red Bull would be pretty cool. But to be fair, Franco Colapinto not offering a lot, which to be fair is a bit of a it sucks for me as he was only offering 5 million, no penalty. Of course, Gabby and Ollie have both got penalties, but they're pretty simple. I think it was 3 top 10s and 20 championship points. 20 championship points being Gabby and 3 top 10s being Oliver Behrman. And I'm pretty certain we'll be fighting for some big points next season. If not, race wins. I absolutely hope we're fighting for some race wins next season. A few upgrades on the charge. Not a lot of things we can go to. We're going to go to the endgame talks with Mark Webber, but I don't see a big outcome. I'm not seeing really, as I said, a big outcome, but I mean, look at the contract. 50 million plus a 1.2 signing bonus. That is one of the big issues about finance at the moment, is we're paying for Mark Webber. 15 million, that's like $1 million plus a month. So that really does not help in terms of doing contracts. So, I mean, yeah, I'm glad that we've only got 2 drivers that are on 6 million, so it's not even going to be a lot a month, which is good. But the annoying thing is, Franco's one went really well. It went really well. 1.8 million profit. I can't wait for that to be more.
Well, if you've got some cash kicking
But
around, don't forget to use it.
yeah, it's how it goes. How it goes at the end of the day. I was looking at some upgrades to maybe increase any sponsor, secondary sponsor, but I didn't clock at the time of doing it. I've already done the secondary sponsor one, so we're going to get a lot more for the money. I am looking for as well, what's it called? I am looking for colour combos I can do. I'm having a look in the F1 World. I mean, it's been pretty helpful. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's been pretty helpful with looking at colour combos for next season, because I kind of want to get rid of this red, orange, yellow. I want to be out there. I want to be noticeable because we look really identical to Ferrari. I want to be like out there. We're not the same as any of the teams on the grid. We're completely different in every single shape or form that we are. I did say it was going to be a longer intro. I mean, technically, I did say what I was going to say last time. I'm not doing long intros, but Yuki Tsunoda is retiring. Yuki Tsunoda is retiring this season after being with Red Bull technically full season, but technically not. I hope we don't see that in real life, because Yuki Tsunoda is an absolute talent. Unfortunately, with the Red Bull seat, he hasn't got that spark. I mean, it says it all, doesn't it? I mean, this is from an F1 fan's opinion. I think, I mean, Isaac Hadjar's already said, I'm not moving. I think that's correct. I think he shouldn't move. I think it's a bit. I don't want to cause controversy because it's an opinion of mine, but personally, Liam was ready. Liam was ready for that seat, but I think I think it's just how the car's built. And I'm not saying it's built around Max. I am not saying it's not built around Max. I'm just saying how that car is. I mean, we saw Yuki Tsunoda thriving in Racing Bull at the start of the season. He goes in the Red Bull and he's last some races. It's so sad to see. But unfortunately, Yuki Tsunoda is retiring. Franco Colapinto, this video, if you didn't see the last video in Monza at the end, I promise points. I promise points. But short qualifying, I'm not going to show the full thing because, of course, a big intro. We go to turn number 3. I mean, we're up to 4th and 7th, and we... Oh, God. Not again. Not again. plummeting down the order. Oh god. But P9 as we go across the line, and we've got so much ERS, but the lap per ERS is so low. We're going to try and flick it on and on, and we get P9. We get P9. What a banger of a qualifying. P9. It's so good to see. It's like we've had so much poor results, and now we finally get some good ones. But P9 on the board, Mark Webber P11, the upgrades are working, and Ferrari are cooking as well. Alpine have seemed to funnel out in terms of their performance. They were really good. And whoa, McLaren P15 and 17, flipping heck. But let's go to the grid.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. The Baku city circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers, and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Russell, Yuki Tsunoda, and Sainz. Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Colapinto, and Jack Doohan. Webber, Albon, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Ocon. Norris, Behrman, Oscar Piastri, and Pierre Gasly. Hulkenberg, Hadja, Bortoletto, and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me... Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out.
Right guys, as we approach the end of the formation lap, literally at the end of the formation lap, we're going to go to 5 red lights and we're going to hope points are available. P9 on the grid. We've got some quick cars in front of us, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. It's going to be a slow launch off the line from us, but we've got both of the Aston Martins alongside us, and it's going to be straight away. There's going to be contact between Albon and Doohan. Ocon getting all in the hair, and we can't move at all. It's going to be a straight away red flag, straight away. But unfortunately, I think we might be P14 now. I'm a little bit nervous. P14 might be on the cars, but if we look at the replay, it happens straight away. Apologies for the background noise as well, but whose fault was that? I mean, Sainz on the inside. Whoa, yeah, that's just a racing incident there. Sainz or Albon up the inside of Doohan, and yeah, there's not much you can do about that, but it is what it is. But this is the second time this video. It's going to be lights out, and away we go. We're going to be P12 off the line. We're going to be hoping to get back in them points as quick as possible. Turn number 3, Doohan, Jesus, just size across me. But yeah, Fernando Alonso looking for a move on Albon. We're going to take that to our advantage. Of course, it's going to slow each of them down. Apply the ERS that we didn't really deploy in the opening lap. And we're going to chuck one down the inside of Fernando Alonso. We've got 10 laps to go to get some bigger points. But Lance Stroll is next, and then Sainz, and then Yuki Tsunoda. I mean, the guy that's retiring at the end of this season. is cooking at the moment. But Lance Stroll is our next car to overtake, and we're just going to chill here for a while. He's a little bit slow on the mediums. He possibly could box. But we're joined on board. Stroll and Sainz are going to be battling for 6th place and 7th place technically. We're going to ram the rear wing of Stroll, and we're just going to stay behind. Alonso looks for a move. I see that move coming. He does hit the wall because I've given him a lot of space there. Just checking after the corner if we do have any damage, I think. And I didn't really check. I completely forgot. But these 2 corners I absolutely love because you have to get your braking zone right, get close to the wall, and then... Oh, but it's going to be P7. Whoa, that was close. No track limits there, as how the corner's set up, you don't really look for it. But Fernando Alonso has boxed. I don't know if it's front ring damage with the collision he caused with us, or just a bad strategy. But through the old city section, but just whipping it through these corners. The car feels brilliant, just to let you know. With P7, I promised points, and at the moment I'm delivering. Pull it down to P2, a little bit too much on the braking there, but a little bit of traction coming out the corner there. I mean, you can see the train that unfortunately Mark Webber is in. It's just a little bit of a shame, isn't it? But yeah, we're gaining on Stroll with every single corner. The straights is the only time I lose him, but in the corners I can get that DRS back. But as you can see, we haven't got a lot of DRS. But Sainz has been just chilling behind us for the last couple laps or so. And he's getting closer. He's threatening my P7 at the moment. He's threatening it. I wanted to try and use ERS. We couldn't because we've got 0. I don't even copy his move. I'm just trying to get to the inside line. He tried the inside of me to get the inside of turn 1. We cover that off nicely. On lap number, end of lap number 11, I should say. He's right there. And I mean, if I squeeze, we would have crashed. But he is going to actually look for a move on Lance Stroll. I'm going to chuck one down the inside of both of them to get up to P6. As you see there, Sainz are doing on me. He took me front wing off. But starting up number 12, that number 13, and it's going to be a non-Red Bull win. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. It is going to be a Red Bull win. Yet again, the man of the hour. The man of every circuit. Max Verstappen wins in Baku. I think to take his 5th win in a row, I want to say, or 5th or 4th win in a row. Leclerc or Hamilton P2. Leclerc P2. Yuki P3 as a retiring man coming to an end. None of them have got DRS, but they've got some good slipstream. I promise points in Monza. We climb from P9, 1 red flag, and we get P6 in Baku. What a race that is. Franco gets even more points in his rookie debut season. More points on the board. Max Verstappen, driver of the day. I promised points. I promised I'll deliver.
There was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen. He takes victory.
And they're just starting to make it look easy out there. Now a hat-trick of wins. They're out there ahead. They've got the momentum on their side. And it's for the others now to try and up their game to stop that energy that they have.
It's time to bring out the bubbly and spray it around. It's our podium celebrations. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number 1, Max Verstappen.
A double Red Bull podium puts them in the lead, properly in the lead now. In the constructors, I mean,
And
Max
with
is
that, we
absolutely
wrap up another
dominating
weekend of
the
motorsport
Drivers'
action. But
Championship,
with
and with
more
that fan
races lined
performance
up,
from
be sure
McLaren
to
this
join us
weekend,
when we come
I think
back
it's beginning
with
to
more
show who's
Formula
going to be
One.
the F1 game world champion. Lando P18. P18. He only started P15. That's down by 3. Oscar started P17. And he's up to P12. So it seems who's got the better race pace. And 122, Max will seal it soon. And 137 to Ferrari. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys for my favourite street circuit yet. I'll see you in Singapore. Goodbye.